Do you love the Tabernacle Choir? This year, the choir's music is everywhere you are. Listen to your favorite choir songs and music and the spoken word anytime you want on Alexa by simply enabling the skill.
Alexa, play music in the spoken word.
Now playing music in the spoken word.
You can also download the Tabernacle Choir app, subscribe to the choir on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and have access to all their wonderful music. Happy listening.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Just top. Not only do these guys give you the best jazz coverage in the market, they've got you covered with the Mammoth, the Cougars, the Utes, and the Aggies. This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Let's get a qualifier right now. 801-575-ZONE. Be caller 12. You'll qualify for the Copper Rock Open Championship giveaway. If you qualify, we will assign you a golfer in the field this week at the British Open. If that golfer wins, you're going to win a Copper Rock branded polo, an outwear piece, a hat, and a $100 gas gift card. It's all brought to you by our friends at Copper Rock, where the pros play. 801-575-ZONE. It's all over. Argentina is going to the World Cup final. They beat the English. Lionel is still alive for back-to-back.
Game-winning assist.
There he is, Lionel.
And he's very happy.
On Sunday.
What's this arm thing? Is that
it must be cultural.
A cultural celebration there. Anyway, yeah, the English blew it. Way to go.
Majorly. Egypt feels not so bad about themselves suddenly.
That's how Argentina's won the entire tournament, right? I wonder if the English will cry about the refs like the French coach did. You see that?
I did not.
Oh. He just questioned whether or not I don't know. This feels very European to me. I've got the quote. He says, "I don't want to come across as a sore loser because we lost, but did tonight's referee have the level to officiate a World Cup semifinal?
Wow, are you a man enough?
Are you good enough to be here?
Wow.
We were good enough to be here. Are you good enough?
You ever challenged a person's manhood?
I don't know. Is that challenging his man? That's more.
Are you good enough to be here?
That's more.
Is a very funny thing to ask.
That's more somebody challenging your professional acumen.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
You did tell somebody I've been thrown out of classier joints in this.
I have said that before.
That's kind of the same. It's the same spirit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sure. But no, people. Are you really qualified to do what you do? No, not really. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Okay.
So if I was this referee, I'd let it roll right off my back. But the answer is he probably had money on the game, probably like this guy. Or his life was being threatened in some way.
The coach or the ref?
The ref.
Okay.
Yeah, his kids have been kidnapped somewhere, and they said, hey, make sure Lionel makes it to the final. And that's basically what happened. Christian predicted it.
There he is, Lionel.
As soon as Argentina went down 1-0, yes. We said, well, it's going to be an exciting final 15 minutes because Argentina's about to put two in the back of the net. And sure enough.
There's a lot of powerful people that want Lionel in the final.
There he is, Lionel.
Nobody wanted Harry Kane there, and they went out.
Yeah, so.
Tough.
It is tough. But when did you say it was on Saturday?
11, 1, somewhere in that. Midday.
Okay.
Midday-ish.
But you're going to be watching Oppenheimer.
I'm going to be at the Odyssey.
Oh, yeah. The other one. Okay, there you go, 1 o'clock. On Big Fox, right? They're not just putting that one on FS1 like they've done with some of the other games?
Bury some of the big games, yeah.
No, not going to happen? All right, there you go. There's your World Cup update. Your final is going to be Argentina against Spain. Are you going to be cheering for one or the other?
I have some friends who are Argentine. And I know more people who served missions in Argentina than I do the UK.
Okay.
So I guess they feel some affiliation to it.
What was the controversy? The head of their soccer federation made out with somebody at the celebration last time?
The president of the soccer federation in Argentina was kissing all the women? Or kissed one of the women?
I think that's what it was,
players?
right? And they got fired?
You don't get to do that.
It's like, dude, you had the best job in the world.
Yeah.
You're just taking bribes hand over fist.
Yeah, it's being...
Stop making out with the gals.
Yeah, Krause when Michael Jordan was playing for the Bulls. Like,
yeah.
Just take credit and stay
Just
out of the
don't mess
way.
it up. So much for that.
Yeah.
What, you can't just in celebratory fashion walk around making out with a bunch of gals? Since when?
Everybody gets a kiss. What?
Since when is that out of
Don't
bounds?
do that.
All right. Do we want to play this? Let's play this clip from Caleb Wilson.
Okay.
Where Summer League continues on, the dog days of Summer League, as they say, and we're going to talk to Joel Lorenzi at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. Covered Summer League and covers the NBA for the Athletic. But this is Caleb Wilson, right, talking about Darryn Peterson. Let's play that clip, Christian.
Why was it so important for you to play that second game back to back?
I mean, I feel like I'm different than all of them. Like, I can't say they don't enjoy basketball, but like I enjoy basketball. Like I love this shit. So I mean, I'm gonna play as much as I can, as much as my team will let me. I mean, I'm not the type to go away from a game because I don't feel like I feel good. Because I know in the NBA I'm not gonna feel good some games. And as long as I don't have an injury or something that's actually wrong with me, I'm gonna play every time. Because people come from all over the world to come see me play, so I don't want to let them down too.
You told me the other day that if you didn't get to play against Darryn or AJ, that you would be cool about it. But now that the time has passed and you play against them, do you still feel the same way? Are you disappointed at all?
No, I'm not disappointed. I feel like yesterday was kind of weird for me, honestly, because I expected to play against Darryn, and I expected to play against a lot of the players that they had sit out. So when I came into the game, I didn't have the right mindset, in my opinion, which led to me missing my free throws. Just reflecting on it now.
He loves the game.
He was funny. He was at the draft, obviously. He was like very enthusiastic about going to Chicago. And he said like his favorite rapper is from Chicago or something. And he was a very charming kid. This is a kind of a weird step for me to start your career on.
What do you mean?
I care about basketball more than these other guys is a weird approach for me.
I would guess that's because everybody has been telling him that he's the 4th best player in this group.
I think that's true.
For the last 6 months, everybody has been saying, well, how does it feel to be 4th?
I think we talked to Kristen Peak right after the lottery, and she said, yeah, it was kind of weird to me that right after the results were revealed, they cut to AJ and Darryn and Cam Boozer and didn't show Caleb Wilson one time.
Yeah.
As far as being in the conversation with these top guys. So he was playing with a chip on his shoulder, and then obviously his injuries at North Carolina didn't allow him to play as much. I think that's all totally fair.
I think that's actually a really nice way of saying I'm as good as everybody.
Sure.
That's how I read it. Is that somebody who thinks he's as good as those other 3 players, right? I mean, even if you don't agree, Ben, I'm sure
he might very well be, sure.
He thinks he's in the same conversation as all of those players, and he probably has hated, opening up the draft predictor by Jabroni and having him say well, Caleb's pretty good, but I mean, he just picked up basketball 2 days ago, and he's not nearly as good as these other guys, and he'll be slotted at 4th. He doesn't enjoy reading that, I'm sure. Or tuning into the Jake and Ben show and saying, God, why would the Jazz even consider Caleb Wilson? Which is something I'm pretty sure that I said. He probably doesn't love that.
Yeah.
And probably doesn't want to be the guy, though, that says, I'm the best there is.
Sure.
So he went with, I love basketball just as much as these guys. Yeah, I'm all right with it.
I would certainly rather him not be too cool for school, and he's certainly not too cool for school.
Yeah.
This is a more enjoyable approach than, yes, if he was sitting out and thought he was too good for Summer League. I'm glad he's not feeling that way. I do think sometimes I've got the ultimate competitive edge is, and look, I'm painting guys in a very difficult corner. I'm giving you a very narrow slot to thread of what I think the perfect approach needs to be, because I love that Victor Wembanyama wants to go out and win an all-star game, and at the same time, I'm also just relax, dude. Just it's a little corny. It's a little ridiculous.
Oh, I have no idea what his approach is. I would never read into a public interview and know what his approach. I have seen before that behind the scenes, some of their less, I don't want to say lazy because that's such an insult, but I mean the lazier players talk louder about working hard.
Yes. That's everywhere in life. But certainly happens with players, too.
It happens with players, too. So I have after listening to that, I don't even know if he likes basketball. He might be a cricket guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
but he's gonna tell everybody that is going to listen, like, oh, I love basketball. The very mostest on the planet because I'm a basketball player who's trying to make millions of dollars.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
When she said I don't dance now, I make money moves, that was a mission statement for a whole new generation.
Respect, but that's not the Mount Rushmore. Listen, cash rules everything around me. When that line dropped, it changed the whole hustle. The greatest tracks are never finished. They're just debated forever. Introducing the Sprite Living Track List. 50 tracks that shape the culture from 6 decades of hip-hop. Scan the QR code on a Sprite or Sprite Zero Sugar to see the full breakdown. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
I think the engine's stalling out on me.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
Dang, got a lot more miles to go.
Nah, it'll be okay, mate. You ride with Geico Motorcycle Insurance and got their 24/7 emergency roadside service. They'll be here with a tow in no time.
Good, because these boots weren't made for walking.
Those riding boots are pretty sweet.
Oh, you like?
Do you think they come in a size 1 inch?
I don't know.
It feels good to ride with help. It feels good to Geico. Emergency roadside service is optional coverage.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
Best thing that's ever happened to you financially. Go.
Easy. Sold my car on Carvana. Amazing offer.
Really? I hit 200 on the scratcher.
Did the scratcher come to your house and hand you a check?
No.
How many scratchers did you hit to get that? I hit a button on Carvana.com once.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the lottery, except you always win.
Not like the lottery at all, actually.
Exactly. Inexplicably good. Offers worth bragging about. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
One of my latest mantras in life, which is really bad for my career, is the closer I get to this, the less I know. I have realized that the more relationships I built, the closer I've gotten to people in the NBA, players, front office people, et cetera, the more things I took as something I understood or was like, yeah, well, I've got a good feel for that. The more I actually learn about what's happening, the less I kind of feel I have an accurate read on it, which I've enjoyed. I've liked recognizing that, oh, there's a lot more to learn here. There's a lot of work still left to do, and I want to continue to get better at it. Not to sound corny like a guy who's going to work harder. But along those lines, I have seen a lot of people say all the right things, and it goes completely wrong. And I've seen a lot of people say all the wrong things, and it goes completely right for them. So I realize this stuff really doesn't matter all that much.
No, I've just jaded about being lied to repeatedly to my face
100%.
for the 20 plus years.
Yes, no, I think you're exactly right. And you have been doing this longer than I have. So I think you have reached some of these milestones earlier than I have, or before I did, just because you've been doing this longer than I have. So I do feel that same way. But along the lines of, as you have said over and over, Summer League doesn't matter. And I can pick, I can have some qualms with that and say what I do think matters. And by the way, I don't think you're throwing everything out. But there are some things like, well, I think this is good, or I think this is good to say. This stuff doesn't matter to me at all. As far as like an indicator that it's going to mean he's a good player 3 years from now or 5 years from now. This doesn't signal something to me.
Can I tell you the story of when I realized, not the first time I realized that I've been lied to by a coach or a player, but the first time I really realized how like prolific it was, or how much it happened. And it's kind of funny. Bronco's back in the conversation, but it was Bronco Mendenhall. No offense to him. He's far from the worst offender. But when BYU was going independent, there were reports for a solid month leading up to it that said Like BYU's considering going independent. Utah's going to the Pac-12. BYU's kicking the fires on it. All these reports and stuff. Bronco was doing spring ball at the time, and so was doing media availability. And he was asked about it, and he says, "I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't heard that. Went right to that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not a thing." That was his answer. I don't know what it was word for word, but his answer was that. Well, lo and behold, BYU gets in or goes independent, right? It happened, days maybe after he had addressed it. And afterwards, it's like, you're trying to tell me that the athletic director is considering taking the football team into independence, and he would never even have mentioned that to the coach?
The head coach had no idea?
The head coach had no clue?
Yeah.
Now, all Bronco had to do was go, that's Tom's department. That's the athletic department stuff. I'm just trying to get through spring ball, which would have been honest. Maybe not telling you everything that he knew, but it's not his place to comment on it. He could have just done that. But his go-to was a lie. And so it's like, well, you just lie so much that your automatic is just to
lie.
Oh, I'm just going to lie about it? It makes my life easier just to lie about it, so I'm just going to lie about it? Could have easily answered it in a very delicate yet honest way, but instead was like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's fake news, essentially. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like, your automatic, your go-to is just to be dishonest about it, that you don't even think about it, because you had to know the question was coming. You had to know about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to lie about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, no offense to Bronco, but it just seemed so easy. that was like his default. So I don't know what to believe. I have no idea if he likes basketball. I'm sure during his career, Greg Ostertag told you a million times, like, man, I love this game.
Love being here.
Yeah, love being here every second of it. Lo and behold, he retires, and we figure out, he didn't really like basketball.
Like his zebras and his camels and his kangaroos and whatever he's raising in Texas more.
Really wasn't that all that into it. But going through it, I'm sure he would say, I eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. Are you kidding me? So I have no idea.
Yep.
Does loving basketball even equate success?
And also doesn't matter. Yeah,
No.
I don't. It doesn't. So look, I'll say this now. This is an easy approach to take because he's in the middle of a renaissance. He's having a very good run over the last 12 months, and that's Keontae George. Every single report, everyone I've talked to on the record, off the record, behind the scenes, which, by the way, they could be lying to me. People could be lying to me as well. But every single thing I've ever heard is nobody watches more basketball than Keontae George. He's a psycho. He is a freak. He's at every Jazz draft workout. There's a reason he wanted to coach the summer league team. It's all he does when he goes home. Like, he's got his girlfriend, he's got his dogs and his cat, I think, and he watches basketball. He just is truly a basketball junkie. He loves to, quote, eat tape. That's all cool. It probably doesn't matter. It matters some. I remember Rudy Gobert talking about how much game footage he watched, and he remembered watching an alignment come out of a timeout in a late game situation where he recognized what the opposing team was running and blew it up because he had seen it on camera and went and blocked a shot for a game winner because he really did that, which was great. It was awesome for Rudy. The biggest thing was probably that he was 7'1", 7'2". That was probably the real biggest advantage of how he blew that play up more than he had actually watched it. But look, Keontae can watch a million hours of footage. If Darryn Peterson's a better player, then Darryn Peterson's just a better player. It doesn't really. Some of that stuff doesn't matter that much, actually.
See, that's a good one. The eat, sleep, and breathe film. Do you know how many players I've heard that about?
Countless.
Yeah. I have no idea if they're doing that. That could be an absolute bald-faced lie. I would bet. Do you remember when it became public that Kyler Murray was playing video games?
I was just about to bring him up.
And they put it in his contract that he had to watch X amount of film. After that became public, I don't even know who the coach was at the time. It wasn't Kingsbury, was it?
I don't think so.
But I bet you could find a quote from whoever the coach was at the time trying to do a little PR save for that becoming public. I bet you the coach said, he eats and breathes film every day. This is hardly necessary. They just blah, blah, blah. I mean, I've heard that about so many players. I don't know. Keontae might be into watching reruns of The Office. I have no clue. Donovan Mitchell watched a lot of basketball because he was annoying about tweeting about every other game but the one he was playing in. But I don't know. Does that mean anything?
Does that mean anything? No. No, it doesn't.
Now, I think, if you don't, adequately prepare, I do believe that makes you less of a player.
If you hate basketball, your odds of becoming a great basketball player are not as high.
But you can hate basketball all you want. Are you going to do what it takes to be prepared?
Was Andre Agassi a good tennis player?
Pretty dang good.
Did he like tennis?
Not particularly. Does Serena Williams like tennis?
Probably the best ever.
She does not.
But did not like playing.
No.
Or didn't like playing. Might be the best female player of all time. Probably is the best female player of all time.
Be one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Right. So, yeah, so that stuff. Again, Caleb Wilson, I'm rooting for all these kids. I want young people to succeed and have fun, and I liked watching his stuff at North Carolina, and I'm glad he has bucked all the trends of what his reputation was coming out of Carolina as a non-shooter. But the longer I do this, again, when I used to think, well, that matters. He said it. It matters.
Uh-huh.
It just doesn't matter. The further I've gotten in my career, the more I recognize there's probably less correlation between what people say and what people do than I ever believed.
Enough to make you cynical.
Yeah. And I'm trying to not be jaded because I like the people. I do. I like the people we get to cover, we get to know, we get to talk to. I'm not just talking about players. I like the human aspect of all of this. I try to not be jaded and not doubt everybody and doubt everybody. But I also recognize that I've heard so many things so many times and they don't really, it doesn't mean anything in the long run.
Man, Argentina. That was a good pass by Lionel for the win.
Eats the tape.
He eats tape.
Watches a lot of footage.
I mean,
I love this.
He ignores his kids 24/7.
Correct. Bad father.
His kids come to him and say, "Hey, Dad, how about you read me a story?" He says, "What are you doing?" "I'm
watching Maradona highlights."
"Yeah, get away from me."
Yeah.
Eats it. All right. BT, coming up next, we'll talk a little golf with the Open Championship. Stay tuned. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Now with McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal. Wake up to a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.